Grand Slam Day 2, go through the lane assignments. After being in lane 1 for the first race, Anna Hall gets a really big head start this time around out there in lane 8.
Yeah, I like her in lane 8. She can open up those big strides and really see what she can do. This is Andronette Knight of Jamaica. She was second to Sid in the 400 hurdles, has run on 4x14s for Jamaica, so she is familiar with running good 400s.
And there's Shamir Little, who just missed out on the Olympic team, got gold in the 4x4. Some people thought because she tried to qualify in the 400 and the hurdles, maybe cost her.
And here is the woman that a lot of people, one of the greatest athletes on the track. She's 3 times a world record holder over 400-meter hurdles, and she really wants to do special things in the 400 as well, John. So I think this gives her the opportunity to get the practice that it takes to be great at 400 meters as well.
As we said, she's the second fastest American ever in the flat 400 behind Sonia Richards-Ross. In there to lane 2, we've got Sarah Carley, twice an Olympian for Australia. She was 5th over the hurdles in the opening race here of their series, their 2 events.
And rounding out the field, Cassandra Tate, now 34 years old, has been a staple of part of the 400 hurdles for a really long time. Tough lane draw for her, but she has a lot of experience.
That's a tight curve for everybody when they got to go around. Once around, no hurdles. I figure what? Give us 50 seconds. It'll be the best 50 seconds of your day.
A bit of a long hold there, but they're away safely. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone moving up on Shamir Little, already out on the outside. We're watching for this battle for second place perhaps, and Anna Hall has started quickly down the back straight. Shamir Little now really moving up on Andronette Knight as well, so Little's really getting into this. Sydney's got somebody to work off here, chasing Shamir Little, perhaps holding her through that first 200 meters. Maybe a little bit breezy down the back straight, and now the stagger starts to unwind. Anna Hall on the outside in 8. Right there with Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, but when they come into the home straight, that's going to turn into a 3, 4, 5 meter lead. And away she goes now. The speed and the strength and the poise. Gliding down the home straight. Others are fighting behind her. Hall's trying to hang on ahead of Andronette Knight. It's going to be Sydney to take it, 49.7. And Anna Hall gets second place. The gap here was small, whereas in the 400-meter hurdles, Andronette Knight had 3.5 tenths, which is more like sort of 3 meters or so. Here, look at the gap. Hall fought hard. There's Sydney away. Closest to the camera, Hall outleans, outdips Andronette Knight, but the gap not big enough. This time, it was only 0.12 of a second, so it means the Jamaican will take second place.
I think Sydney looked pretty comfortable the entire way. 49.69 like that. I mean, that's something that she can feel happy about. What I like about Sydney is that the running position that she sets up in is very, very good. Very good range to the back, very good range to the front. Hips right in front of her. Very stable. You can do a lot of things with that type of running form. And she does do a lot of things with that kind of running form.
There's the champ, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. And Sonia, every time I see, it's like you really want to see somebody push her and get a good race.
A bit of a long hold there, but they're away safely. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone moving up on Shamir Little, already out on the outside. We're watching for this battle for second place perhaps, and Anna Hall has started quickly down the back straight. Shamir Little now really moving up on Andronette Knight as well, so Little's really getting into this. Sydney's got somebody to work off here, chasing Shamir Little, perhaps holding her through that first 200 meters. Maybe a little bit breezy down the back straight, and now the stagger starts to unwind. Anna Hall on the outside in 8. Right there with Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, but when they come into the home straight, that's going to turn into a 3, 4, 5 meter lead. And away she goes now. The speed and the strength and the poise. Gliding down the home straight. Others are fighting behind her. Hall's trying to hang on ahead of Andronette Knight. It's going to be Sydney to take it, 49.7.
The women's 400 meters of the Miami Grand Slam on May 4th, 2025, erupted in one of the most memorable displays of speed and competitive fire seen all season, blending power, strategy, and a demanding test of endurance. After completing their hurdle races earlier in the program, the athletes returned to the track for a brutal combination of fatigue management and precise execution. Lane placement immediately shaped the race dynamics. Anna Hall, who had previously opened her day from lane 1, shifted dramatically to lane 8, a spot that freed her stride and forced her to read the field from the outside. Surrounding her was an array of seasoned talents, transforming the race into a marquee event of the meet. Standing out among the challengers was Jamaica's Andronette Knight, a veteran familiar with the dual demands of the 400 hurdles and relay duties. Her race intelligence and deep experience made her a reliable threat. Shamir Little, narrowly missing last year's Olympic qualification but bringing gold from the 4x400 relay, stepped in with something to prove, her blend of strength and smooth speed making her a legitimate contender in both hurdle and flat events. Cassandra Tate, 34 and rich in tactical understanding, entered the race with the wisdom of years, but a lane assignment that demanded early precision on a tight inner curve. Yet the crowd's anticipation centered overwhelmingly on Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. Holder of 3 world records in the 400 hurdles and fresh off a blistering 52.07 season-leading performance earlier that same day, she entered the flat 400 with a chance to demonstrate her unmatched versatility. Stationed in lane 3, McLaughlin-Levrone seized control instantly, powering through the opening meters with a fluidity that belied the difficulty of the event. Down the backstretch, the contest behind her grew fierce. Hall pushed through from the outer lane, while Little and Knight battled stride for stride, their determination evident as they accelerated into the midpoint of the race. McLaughlin-Levrone, meanwhile, held an immaculate rhythm, hips steady, posture tall, and foot placement razor efficient. As the stagger broke and the athletes converged out of the final curve, McLaughlin-Levrone surged ahead with unmistakable dominance, appearing untouched by fatigue while the rest fought to maintain pace. She crossed the finish in a commanding 49.69 seconds, claiming victory with an ease that astonished even seasoned spectators. Hall secured a gritty second-place finish, with Knight close behind in third, the separation decisive yet hard-earned. McLaughlin-Levrone's triumph illustrated more than her sheer ability. It underscored her rare capacity to excel in multiple disciplines at a world-class level, even within a single afternoon. Her mix of power, efficiency, and race management reaffirmed her position as one of the sport's most extraordinary performers. The remaining finalists, Alexis Holmes, Isabella, Nika Shaw-Price, Stacey Williams, and Amber, rounded out the top 8, each delivering strong races that highlighted the depth and competitiveness of today's 400-meter landscape. For the spectators, the showdown served as a vivid demonstration of elite technique, fierce determination, and the razor-thin margins separating great from exceptional. McLaughlin-Levrone's performance also signaled her readiness for future global clashes, where she continues to be viewed as a clear favorite thanks to her impeccable form. As a key stop in the build-up toward the World Championships, the Miami Grand Slam once again proved essential for athletes refining strategies, testing race patterns, and pushing their limits. With McLaughlin-Levrone elevating the standard, the women's 400 field now faces a new level of expectation. To fans, the race was more than a contest. It was a showcase of excellence and a preview of the battles yet to come. With additional marquee events ahead, including the 200-meter semifinals, the meet promises more memorable races and boundary-breaking performances. Ultimately, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone's 400-meter display in Miami was a flawless demonstration of speed, precision, and champion-level focus. Her 49.69 victory not only earned her the Grand Slam crown, but further cemented her legacy as a generational talent capable of mastering both hurdling and sprint disciplines. For athletes, coaches, and fans alike, her performance offered a powerful reminder of what true peak form looks like on a global stage.